Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another video. It's 6. I'm about to show you how to just overall make better melodies. Just give a bunch of tips, just random things that I do to easily make my melodies just like way better. But yeah, let's just get right into this video. So I'm gonna go through how to make like chords and like also how to flip it and like what plugins sound good and like, you know what I mean? I got a sound, I might end up changing it. That's the thing, like you pick a sound, but always keep in mind that you can always change it because there's always another sound that might be better. And I'm gonna go for some like dark futuristic vibes here. Alright, so my thought process behind these simple chords is literally just a minor chord. And if you don't know what a minor chord is, it's just the bottom, which is the root note of the scale and the chord. So in this case, it's D sharp. Then you go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 3, and then from here up 4. That's a minor chord. And if you want to make a major, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 instead, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's just flipped. This middle note is flipped. So major, minor, major, minor. And then the reason why I went down, because if you go down from this middle note, it's just dark because these are like tension notes right here. Because if you look at this root note right here, if you go up 1, 2, that's gonna be in key. And then if you go up 1, 2, 3, that's also gonna be in key. Every single time, that's gonna be in key. Up 2 and up 3. If you're in a minor scale, that's always gonna be in key from the root note. I don't really like this sound, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy the MIDI, put it into Analog Lab, and then just mute this. I kind of like this, but I'm gonna flip it a little bit. I might put halftime on it. So what I do is I just put it on the regular setting and I just turn this all the way to the left. Yeah, and then I blend it in with the mixer knobs. And the reason why, like if you ever see me in my videos and I'm always using this mixer knob like instead of the mix knob on the plugin, it's just because when you load up a plugin, you never know what sound the plugin is introducing. Some, like most plugins just have sounds just from you adding the plugin, it's altering the sound. So I just don't be trusting plugins like that. So I always mix it directly from FL's mix knob. So I'm getting 100% of the original signal and then mixing it with whatever this plugin's adding. Not that it's that serious though. Put in a little Valhalla. I'm actually gonna turn down the Valhalla a little bit and make it not to where it's too much reverb because I'm about to add an Echo Boy, which is delay, with my preset. Yeah, and then I'm gonna mix this in pretty low. That's what, yeah, it's giving it like a little, I don't know, just some more ear candy, you know what I mean? And another thing I like to do a lot, I'll just put like an 808 with some simple, like just straight up these drums that I already have. Like when I load up my project, I always have a hi-hat with a 2-step and then a clap, just regular, just to help me kind of make the melody. I don't know, it just helps me. So what I'll do is I'll like start to make the drums once I have maybe a first sound, or maybe I'll even make the drums first, but it just helps me like make the beat better. I don't know, I just like to do that. And a little sauce with the 808s is if you go to this little thing right here, go here, hold control, then do one mouse scroll up. You can go up by 3% at a time, so you can either just do one mouse scroll to go to 6% like without holding control, or you can hold control and just do a little boost. What that does is just adds a little nice FL distortion. I just like the sound that it does. You can even do a little EQ to the right. Sometimes I'll leave it off. I'm gonna leave it off in this case. Make sure it's cutting it by itself every single time. I'm sure you know that already. All right, I just got some simple drums going. I'm gonna add another Analog Lab and just keep adding sounds. The thing about making beats is you just have fun with it and you don't really like overthink too hard. Just add sounds. Don't get too stuck on a sound either. Like you're kind of not sure about a certain sound you pick, don't even worry about it. Just swap it out. It doesn't even matter. If it doesn't go, then it doesn't go. Since I added an ARP, I'm gonna add like a pad here. I like this atmospheric pad right here. I'm not sure what kit it's from. And I just put one on the root note to start, and then I'm just gonna follow stuff I'm hearing in my head. Like whatever notes you're hearing in your head, just have fun with it. And you know that if you go up 1, 2, that's in the key. Then if you go up 1, 2, 3, that's in the key. These are tension notes right here, so that you can use these. And then there's also more tension notes. If you go up 7, and then go up 1 more, that's 8. Those are tension notes. I'm actually gonna just leave that. Like I didn't even mean to place it like that, but I'm gonna place these up an octave and turn the velocity down. And if you're wondering how I'm doing the velocity like that, like without even touching it, basically just hover your mouse over the piano roll and you select the notes by holding control with a left click drag, and then you hold alt, and then you just use your mouse wheel to scroll up and down for the velocity. These notes are all over the place, but it's just, this is the octaves that I'm hearing at the end of the progression. It's basically just copied over, and then I just place this in this note right here. Like I delete this note and then I changed it to these. I'm gonna actually go through the sounds. Like I'm gonna just see if there's a better sound than this pad. I found this other pad, it's crazy. And then I'm also gonna put micro shift on it. If you don't have the Sound Toys like bundle, you gotta get that if you're trying to like make samples. Their plugins are just like so good for flipping stuff and just making stuff sound better. Now I'm gonna finish up the drums real quick. All I did was add an open hat and a reverse open hat. All right, now I'm just gonna split by channel. So you just right click the pattern, press split by channel, delete all this. Organize it how you want. I'm gonna put the sounds at the top, all the drums at the bottom, just like that. This heat up from earlier, I'm actually gonna add a sound on it, like maybe some keys, and it's gonna help to actually turn some of the other sounds off, like maybe the main ARP, and that way it just gives more space. So that way later on I can like have variety, maybe have the heat up come in, but then take the ARP out, you know what I mean? I'm just doing a little top line piano, and then I'm gonna pitch it up an octave, and then put it on a channel, go to halftime, put it on half time. Blend it in just a little bit. I'm gonna put Valhalla on it. I'm gonna put a good amount of reverb on it, and I put it on the chamber. The chamber sounds so good. I'm gonna start using this more. I literally don't even use this, but it sounds so good. I'm gonna take away all the bass. Actually, no. Okay, I'm not gonna take away the bass yet, because what I'm gonna do later on is route everything to one channel and automate the low cut for the 808s. But in the meantime, this piano already sounds great. I'm just gonna give it some more stereo separation. Yeah, it sounds good with the reverb in the back. Yeah. I might turn it down a little bit. Yeah, give it some ambience. Now, what I really could do is just start to arrange it and flip it as I go. That's what I really like to do. So I'm gonna explain a little bit about how to like arrange real quick. This is the intro, 8 bars. Duplicate it 2 times, that's 16 bars chorus, 16 bar verse. Now you just do the intro and you arrange it all. And you can just see how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start it out with the ARP, and to make this more like consistent, I'm gonna render this out to audio. I might even reverse it, put on generic bleeding, put on stretch. Yeah, see, that's harder. So you just gotta flip it, but keep in mind when you reverse it, it changes the progression because you're just flipping it around. So you're changing the progression. So what you have to do is cut it up like so, every bar or every 2 bars, but I'm doing every bar for this one. Take the end piece, put it like this right above it. You're just flipping it around, fixing the progression, but you're keeping it reversed. You know what I mean? Like it's still reversed sounding, but it's just still now it's the same progression that it was. Then I'm gonna merge clip. So when I press merge clips just then, it's just a way faster version of consolidating, and you don't have to delete the track that it creates. Now what I'm gonna do is put Portal on it and use one of my own presets. Go get my new kit, link in the description. This is kind of weird. It adds like a cool like effect to it though. I like that. What I'm gonna do again is press merge clips, cut it in half, delete the first part, hold shift, drag the second part over. That way, since the Portal built up, all the other effects had to build up. It's really dry at the start, but once it's like halfway, it's good. So I just duplicate just this part over because it just sounds good. It just has the effects on it right away. So now press merge clips again. Like, bro, the amount of times I render an audio just because it helps with flipping. Like, if you were to see the FL, if you were into like the settings and stuff to be able to see how many audio clips I render, it's probably insane. But yeah, now that I flipped it, I'm gonna delete all the other analog lavs, duplicate it over. I'm gonna give it a little bit of arrangement real quick. All right, something you could do for the intro just to make it more interesting is to add a sub bass. Now what you could do is use a plugin to get a sub bass and just follow the chord progression. But I've been working on a kit recently and I got phrases that already have like a bass progression for samples, and everything is tuned to C, so all you have to do is just drag it up to, like, pitch it up to whatever key you're in. You just drag, drop it in. We're in E flat minor, so I gotta go up 1, 2, 3, put on generic bleeding mode, and it's already auto stretch, so you don't have to do anything. And then this is what it sounds like. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. That was good, but I'm gonna actually pick a different one for this beat because that one wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Just simple, you know what I mean, real easy to use. Now when the chorus drops, I'm gonna just have this piano that's all like atmosphered out come in just and have it be in the background. And then on the second part of the chorus, I'm gonna add this like pad lead that I did. It's like a pad, but it's kind of like a lead in the background. And I'm actually gonna turn that pad down a little bit. And I'm also gonna pan the pad to the right, just to give it variety, like between the panning. And then for the heat up, like the piano that I added, I'm gonna pan that to the left a little bit. That's gonna create like, you know, different pockets. It really just, honestly, it just opens up the range and like makes it more naturally wide. And also for the second part of the chorus, I'm gonna make this main sound unique, pitch it up an octave, put it on stretch mode and generic bleeding every time, put it onto a track, put Echo Boy on it, use one of my own presets, and then just fade in or mix in the knob. That sounds good. And then now for when the verse comes in, I'm gonna have this piano right here, but I'm gonna bring it down here, you know, so it's open space to work with. And then what I'm gonna do is maybe make it unique. And then I'm gonna pitch it up another octave, and then I'm gonna consolidate it. Then I'm gonna reverse it and pitch it down an octave. And then remember, when you reverse things, you gotta fix the progression. Not every time, like if it sounds good, it sounds good, you know what I mean? But like, I just be liking to fix the progression. I don't know, I feel like it fits more because it just depends on the moment really. But now that's like that, so I'm gonna drag the piano back up where the piano was. For the whole verse, the piano is gonna be like that, but for the second part of the verse, I'm gonna put it back up an octave because remember I pitched it down, now I'm putting it back up. But this time to help, when you pitch things up, it kind of creates it, makes it a little harsh. So I'm gonna put it in chamber, 1980s mode on the Valhalla, just a little reverb to clean it up, and I'm gonna mix it pretty low because we already got reverb on this. Remember, just slight reverb because we already got plenty. Because look, before, and that's okay, right? It's pretty dry, but with a little bit of reverb, it just cleans it up just a tiny bit. I don't know, I just like it. And then for this pad, I'm not even gonna have this pad on the verse. And then also for this main ARP sound, I want this to be completely different for the verse. So we're also gonna flip this into an entirely new sound. So I'm just gonna drag it down here so I have space to work with. Now I'm gonna make it unique. I'm gonna reverse it, pitch it up an octave, put it on stretch mode. I'm gonna put it through Portal. I just like to do a bunch of random stuff and just try new things when I'm flipping melodies so that I just get different results. Because you never know when something's just gonna hit so hard. Like that Portal preset's fire, and now I'm gonna add halftime on it. And remember, I'm using all my own Portal presets, like, so if you wanna go get my kit, go do that. Now halftime, and I'm gonna do this all the way to the left like I usually do, but not every time. I don't do that every time. And then I'm gonna mix in the knob. I mostly did halftime, like almost all the way. But yeah, this is sounding crazy, so I'm gonna just merge. I just merge clips. Now this is what it sounds like. Ew, that sounds crazy. So I'm gonna drag it back up, and I'm gonna show you the before and after. So this is what it sounded like before, and then I just flipped it to this. That's weird. Like I don't know. I fuck with it. Yeah, that's a different bounce. Fire. And then what I'm gonna do for the second part, you already know, this is already good. This already has that slight reverb on number 5, so I'm gonna put this on number 5 after you make it unique, obviously. Then I'm gonna pitch it up as well, and here's what that sounds like. You know what, I also pitched up this piano too, so it's kind of like clashing since I pitched them both up. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of pitching this piano up, I'm just gonna pitch it down. Ooh, that sounds crazy. Listen to it, bro. No, the piano made it crazy. That's crazy. All right, now honestly the beat's done, so I'm gonna drag in my tag. Then I'm gonna go to tools, macros, purge unused audio clips. That just gets rid of any audio clips in your project that is not on the project, like that is not on the being used in the playlist. Anything that you don't need. I mean, if you want to keep that, that's cool. I don't. So I'm gonna go to audio, and now what I do is I just highlight everything. First I click on one. So this is an audio clip of a melody of something that I did. So I'm gonna click that right here. Instead of doing left click, now I'm gonna do a right click for all the ones that I wanna add. Then I'm gonna do Control L to automatically link them to the mixer. And now I'm gonna highlight all these audio by holding Control, and then you just left click drag to highlight them all. Now I'm gonna link them all to one track by going down here, right clicking, press wrap to this track only. What I'm gonna do is load up a parametric EQ, put this preset on it, turn the top one off, put high quality mode on, and drag it up to about like 140, 130. I'm gonna drag the mix all the way down, right click it to create an automation clip. Okay, you know what I just realized, guys? So I just taught you guys how to do this, and that's good. But then I just realized I already have a bass in the intro, so I might as well just delete this automation clip, then go back to this and just have this on 100%. Like, since I already have bass going all the time, then I'm definitely gonna need to cut the bass out of it, the whole loop, the entire beat. There's no need to automate, because usually I would have the bass in the loop at the first part, but since there's already a bass right here, then I don't need to do that. And since I have a bass as the audio, I also routed it to this track with the EQ. That was an accident, so I'm gonna take that off, put it back on the master. That way the bass goes directly to the master. And the reason I'm cutting the bass out of the loop is to just make the 808s like hit cleaner, smoother. There's not gonna be any like clashing notes or anything. Also, another thing that you're gonna wanna do is, after you routed the whole loop to just one channel, just play the beat, then drag the entire loop up and down to get the right level of the entire loop versus the drums. Because you don't want the loop too loud, you don't want the drums too loud. Just get that even balance, you know what I mean? Then once you got your beat arranged like this, you just want to press Control A to highlight everything, then press Control B like 2 times. See how long it is? Okay, it's 3 minutes. That's cool. I'm gonna keep all 3 verses and everything, but I'm gonna go to the second verse and just change the transition right here. You know, when the verse comes in, there's like the drop, maybe the drums drop out. I just want the first verse to be a little different from the second, how that transition works. So I'm gonna just do that real quick. And obviously make sure you delete your tag. I accidentally duplicated it 3 times. Yeah, you don't want your tag 3 times. Maybe you do, I don't. But yeah, that's the video. And this is just one video. Like, I'm gonna make a whole lot of more videos just explaining a bunch of tips, because you can really go over way more over the span of, you know, 5 videos than just one. So yeah, if you want to consider subscribing if this video helped you, you know what I mean, and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any sauce. It's been 6. Peace out.